Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to another English lecture for class 9th, that is 9E12. It's Friday, September 4, 2020. As you know, in our lecture, we try to cover text as well as grammar. So today we will cover Unit 2 from the text and Exercise 3 of passage comprehension from grammar. Unit 2, Patriotism. Patriotism means love for the motherland or devotion to one's country. A patriot loves his country and is willing to sacrifice when the need arises. It's quite natural to love the place, the city, and the country where you are born. And it's the same love which leads you to do whatever you can when your country is facing any kind of disaster. The word patriot comes from the Latin word patriota, which means countryman. It is considered a commendable quality. Yes, it is an admirable quality which is the base behind the progress of any country. Paragraph number 2. Patriotism gives people the strength and courage to safeguard the interest of the country and nation. For a patriot, the sovereignty that is supreme power, integrity, which means quality of being honest, and honor of the country are supreme values on which no compromise can be made. These are the qualities of a patriot. We can judge our level of patriotism as well by making these qualities a criterion or a standard of patriotism. Patriots render sacrifice for the preservation and protection of these values. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a nation builder and a great patriot. He wanted to protect the values, culture, and traditions of the Muslims of the subcontinent. Every concept would be easy if we use examples to explain it. Who else other than Quaid-e-Azam's example to get better understanding of the term patriotism? He gave the Muslims a sense of identity by securing a separate homeland for them. It is his patriotism that motivates him to get a homeland in order to protect the values, traditions, and honor of the Muslims. He said, "We must develop a sense of patriotism which galvanizes us, motivates us all into one united and strong nation." According to him, patriotism helps us to be united. Otherwise, our cultural, regional, and religious differences would never allow us to be appeared as one nation. Paragraph number 4. The spirit of patriotism makes us stay alert in the wake of foreign invasion. Since its birth, Pakistan has been dragged into many unannounced cowardly ventures by one of our neighboring countries. It is patriotism that binds the citizens together to answer them back forcefully. In the history of Pakistan, there are many instances when people laid their lives for the defense of the country. In the wars of 1965, 1971, and the Kargil War, many brave soldiers gave their lives in an attempt to protect the homeland. Captain Muhammad Sarwar, Major Tufail Muhammad, Major Aziz Bhatti, Pilot Officer Rashid Minhas, Major Muhammad Akram, Major Shabbir Sharif, Sawar Muhammad Hussain, Lance Naik Muhammad Mahfuz, Captain Colonel Sheikh Khan, and Hawaldar Lalak Jan. All embraced martyrdom while fighting bravely for their motherland. All of them were awarded Nishan-e-Haider, the highest military award given to great patriots who lay down their lives for the country. As a Muslim, we know that no other award is big enough than martyrdom. Nishan-e-Haider serves a great gesture to admire and appreciate great patriots for their great sacrifices. Paragraph number 5. Patriotism, therefore, is not just a feeling, it is a life spirit that continuously inspires and guides a nation. Here we come to know another definition of patriotism, that it is an emotion or a feeling that grows like a plant with the passage of time. In the words of S.W. Scott, a man devoid of patriotic spirit is like the one who breathes there the man with soul so dead, who never to himself had said, "This is my own, my native land." S.W. Scott declares here that a man without love of his country is equal to a dead man, because his country doesn't get any benefit from him in that case. Our second topic is exercise number 3 of passage comprehension. Let me recapitulate the rules. We have to read and understand the passage clearly. Number 2, focus to the part related to the given question. Number 3, answer precisely, but it doesn't mean to write half. We have to write the answer in full sentences. And number 4, use the same tense and voice used in question. Let's read the passage. The Sultan sent agents to all parts of the East to buy rare manuscripts and bring them back to Cordova. His men were constantly searching the booksellers' shops at Cairo, Damascus, and Baghdad for rare volumes for his library. When the book could not be bought at any price, he would have it copied. And sometimes when he heard of a book which was only in the author's brain, he would send him a handsome present and begged him to send the first copy to Cordova. By such means, he gathered no fewer than 400,000 books, and this at a time when printing was unknown and every copy had to be copied in the fine, clear hand of a professional copyist. The passage is about the time before printing or typing is known to the world. Authors' handwritten texts called manuscripts are gathered for the library collection. Let's have a look at the questions. Question number 1. Where and why did they search the booksellers' shops? The question has 2 parts, where and why. For where, place is to be written, and for why, reason is required. Answer would be accurate if both the required parts are provided. Let's see. In answer, what is there? They searched the booksellers' shops at Cairo, Damascus, and Baghdad, and this is the answer of where. The answer of why. They did so in order to find rare volumes for the Sultan's library. Next question. What would he do when the author had not yet written the book? The question is open-ended, starting with what? Action is given and reaction of Sultan is required. Answer. When the author had not yet written the book, the Sultan would send him a handsome present and request him to send the first copy to Cordova. Next question. Why was it difficult to collect so many books in those days? Another example of open-ended question. We have already read that in case the question begins with why, we need to provide the reason in the answer. It was difficult to collect so many books in those days because printing was unknown and every copy had to be painfully copied in the fine, clear hand of the professional copyist. Hope you have understood both the topics clearly. It's time to have a look at the response sheet of 9E12. Do write your required particulars on your assignments before submitting them to your respective teachers till Sunday. Let's have a look. Activity number 1. Read the passage 3 carefully again. So the remaining questions, a few have been done for you. These are the 3 remaining questions. Activity number 2. Pick the correct box and put before the word it matches to. Here is the activity. According to activity, exercise B, page 16 of your textbook. Make as many words as you can from the root word. Let me remind you that according to activity is to be done on book and not to be submitted. That's all for now. Allah Hafiz.